Hey everyone, Mherex here bringing you another video. This one is going to be on the Godfather Hall of Fame. He is a powerhouse, he's Hall of Fame era, and he has the Hall of Fame link. Any color move starts with 4 more move points. He also has 2 sets of gear, either or in any order. The first one will give you moves that generate X break gems, will create 3 more. And the second one, 3 will give you red moves start with 3 more move points. He is a coach. He's a blue move damage coach at 12k. They will deal 25% more damage. Excellent coach for guys like Ford or anyone else with heavy blue move damage. So let's get in here and take a look. I am going to have 5 builds for you guys tonight: two 3-stars, a 4-star, a tricolor, and a 5-star build. I'll also be running a tag team match to show off the Hall of Fame link. The first set of moves we're going to use will be the Shoulder Breaker. 8 MP yellow move, deal 35k damage, and swap a 1x7 random area into purple gems. The Big Boot, 8 MP purple, deal 41k damage and make 8 random gems into X-Break. We'll be getting 11 because of the gear. And the Diving Leg Drop, deal 29k damage and choose a 3x4 area to swap into red gems. That'll be 12 red gems. So for the entourage, we're going to go with Woods for 4 MP to get those purples loaded a little faster. I'm using Goldberg. He does 35% red damage, and at 9k you also get 25% blue damage. Because we're blowing up a bunch of the board, I like the fact that I can get 2 gems. You could also use Phenom or Roman Reigns as red gem damage trainers. Lacey Evans for the dual purpose of purple and green gems. Again, we're blowing up a bunch of the board. And then Typhoon to buff the red gems even further. You can see even without straps, we're hitting 9.5k on those red gems. So they're going to be pretty chunky. We're going to go on the road, and I am going to go against AJ. AJ is strapped. We do have class advantage, but that's still 25% gem reduction he's got over on us. So I think this will give you guys a good idea how strong Godfather is. And yeah, let's get in here and take a look. He's very aggressive. All of his movesets are aggressive. No control, just straight attack with all of his movesets. Most of the movesets are probably going to benefit from Fury. Some of them might maybe move damage potentially, but most of them will probably be Fury. So ideally, purple match on turn 1 is what we'd want. Don't have that, so I'll go ahead and chase some yellow. And still don't have it. So I'll take red and maybe get this to drop down and get a match. Nope. No perks right now, so this is perkless. Almost had a purple match. Still have one on the bottom, though. Even though I don't now need one. So because I'm going to be charged, it doesn't really matter. Yellow will fill up either way, so let's take the reds for some more damage. So in this case, the yellow is here to help recycle the moveset. In case there's not enough purple gems on the board. Because 8 is a good chunk to fill, and there's definitely not enough on the board. This moveset, though, can hit really hard depending where the X-Break gems end up and how much breakage you can get from them. Generally, middle of the board is really nice for the X-Breaks. This cluster is mostly going to break itself. So you can see, like, this one is going to hit here. It'll hit the blue, it'll hit that, it'll get most of them. And then this one is in the middle, which will give a decent amount of range. So you could go there and catch this one too. I think I'm going to go for this in this case. Really big hit. 371k. Without the gem reduction, it was well over 400k. And AJ can't kick out. That can hit very, very hard. Let's take a look at the second build. So this is going to be almost exactly the same, except we're going to swap in the finisher. You guys didn't get a chance to see the yellow move there. It does help recycle the purples, so that's kind of the benefit here. Everything else, I believe, is going to stay the same, other than we're going to move the finisher in for the yellow move, which was the shoulder breaker. So the finisher is the pimp drop. It is a 12 MP finisher, deal 88k damage, and choose 2 columns to destroy and pin the opponent. We're not going to have any problems filling it because of the red area, so it won't be a problem to fill. And if we don't catch very many of the X-Breaks gems, we can use the finisher. You could also potentially set it up with the finisher and just do the red area first. So there's multiple ways you could attack it. Again, this time we do get a purple match right away, so that's kind of nice. A lot of reds, a lot of purples on the board. So like I was saying, we could hit the red, we're going to force a pin, then we could do the finisher. I'd rather just put the X breaks out, because you saw how hard that last one hit. And we have a lot in the middle, and this is looking pretty good. I would think this one will hit pretty hard. We'll see how it does on Cascades. But that looks really nice from here. So let's see what we can do. That got a lot of the board. Not bad. So AJ couldn't kick out by 55. So again, his moves hit really hard, really hard. 8 MP is a little bit heavier. It won't be turn 1 in feud, but it will be a very nice turn 2 a lot of the times. Let's go to his 4-star moveset now. We're going to leave the pimp drop in, and we're going to change out the 2 purple moves. We are going to bring in the Hoe Train, which is an 8 MP red move. Deal 48k damage, and choose 4 gems to make into 1 turn countdown gems that will deal 121,302 damage. Those are beefy boys. And then we're going to go with the Gourd Buster. Again, this is available at 4-star. The Gourd Buster is 8 MP yellow move, deal 39k damage, and choose 3 gems to make into red gems. For the entourage, we're going to do some changing around. We're going to go with Acom for the yellow MP. And also, if yours is 9k, you will get an extra gem on the gem create for the red. That's kind of nice. And then we're going to go with Big John Stud to generate more reds. And if your Big John Stud is 9k, you're also going to get an extra yellow MP. So those two are working very nicely together. We're going to leave Typhoon in there for red gem damage. We're going to take Lacey out, and we're going to put Texina in because that gives us 1 more countdown gem. I don't have Jimmy at 9k. Jimmy Uso would give an extra countdown gem from the trainer spot. I'm not sure if I would use him for sure or not in this build set if he was 9k. So let's get in here and take a look with this one. If the board cooperates, the countdown gems, you can do some interesting stuff. I generally have really bad luck with countdown gems and cascades when trying to set the board up, so we'll see. Or maybe I'm just not good. It could be either, honestly. So ideally we get a yellow match turn 1 and get rolling. This is not ideal. We don't have that. So we'll just take his purple here. And this time when we don't need the yellows, they are available, but what do we got here? Perfect. We'll take the red instead. So the countdown says 1, so you have to get a 1 turn in for it to tick down. So we're going to want to make a 5 match that we swipe into. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, and how much are these? 14. Quick math says we should be okay. And we are. So yeah, we're going to put the countdown gems down first, and we're going to make a 5 match that we have to swipe into to get them to go off. What I mean by that is we're going to do that, and then I want to put these mostly in a row, so the finisher will be able to break a bunch of reds. We'll pick this row. So no matches yet. Now hopefully I don't get a cascade. Perfect. Those are going to go off, and there goes AJ's hit points. That was like 600,000 damage. Then we can hit the finisher and game over. Really fun to mess around with, actually. Super powerful, those countdown gems are. And you can't, it's raw damage, so I'm not sure it can even be defended against at this point. Straps, you can see it doesn't look like had any effect on it, so those are going to be a lot of fun. We'll see that move again later. So the next one we're going to run is a tricolor move set. This is a shout out to my boy Davey D, who used to love to do these tricolor builds. So all right. So we're going to leave the pimp drop in, and we are going to bring back the diving leg drop for that big area of reds, and we're going to bring back the shoulder breaker. So a couple different ways you can get loaded here, and you can cycle the yellow, help get another round of the purple, so no one should live past that. So we're going to use dual MP trainers, the yellow and the purple. So we'll just leave Acom in. We'll bring Woods in. And we'll go back to Lacey. She's a really clutch trainer. Maybe the best free coach in the game, actually. I use her all the time. Okay, so the idea is turn 1, we get a yellow or purple match and start rocking and rolling. There's different trainers you could use. I mean, if you have Snoop, he buffs red move damage, he would be good. Gooker buffs move damage. I do have both of those, but I know they're rare trainers, so I don't have them equipped. So again, yellow or purple. We have yellow. And this is part of the advantage of the tricolor, is you can get something to start. And if we're lucky, we won't cause a pin and the purple will be loaded. We did cause a pin. AJ's gonna do some AJ things here. Alright. This is going to connect a lot of red dots, so should hit pretty hard, I would think. Not bad. I guess not as hard as I thought, 131k. So, ideally here, we want to pick up enough purple or yellow to recycle. The yellow needs 3, so we should be able to do that no problem. And catch a few more purple or red. We'll take red for damage because I don't need the purple, because the yellow will fill that up. A lot of different options for Godfather. Again, some of the 8 charge moves are a little bit longer, but they can hit pretty hard and do big chunks of damage. I think this cycle will probably finish him unless we force an early pin here. Okay, this one might do it now. If not, the finisher will. Definitely not. He kicked right out. Okay, let's try and maximize the damage. Take that row, and this one looks pretty good. Let's see if we can keep him down here. That will do it. So there's the tricolor build. And now we get to the really, really fun stuff. By far my favorite build, the 5-star build, solo and then tag team. This is awesome. I do have the gear, but we don't have tour perks. So basically the gear would be in place of perks for this red move set. So double red MP trainer is going to be very helpful for it. And let's go back to all reds. Obviously, we're going to keep the pimp drop. We are going to go back to the Ho train. And the new red move we haven't seen yet is the Uranagi, which is a 9 MP red move that reduces the countdown gem timer by 1 and does 73k damage. So a lot of beefy 9 MP, a lot of beefy red moves here. If you don't have Wolfpack Sting, Shamrock does give 1 red, so he might be useful as well, potentially for you guys. Just depending on the situation and if you need the MP or not. And we're going back to Cena for that countdown gem. And I'm going to put Lana in for blue gem reduction. Ideally, in this case, you would do one of those move damage ones like Gooker or Snoop. But they're really rare, so I won't use it in this one. Maybe I'll put it in the tag team, though. I probably will put one in the tag team, actually. But here, let's get gem defense in. Lower that blue. Not that we need it, but it is kind of fun. Okay. And this is by far my favorite moveset. So AJ has 742k hit points. Let's see where he ends up. Doesn't matter where you toss these, because you're breaking him right away. So from 742 after both of these moves, he is going to drop way down. That would be to 36k. If I had Snoop or Gooker on, he would be done. Then you just need to get to your next turn, or get a cascade and finish him turn 1. Boom. It's crazy good, crazy fun. Yeah, I like it a lot. Really like this moveset. So let's do the tag team match now. And pop in a Hall of Fame for that link. We'll put my Piper in. This is really, really fun. All 3 moves are ready turn 1. A lot of red on the board too, so finisher will do quite well. You can see Warrior had 839,000 hit points. So he started with 839k. And let's see if we can take all of it on turn 1. It's gonna be really close. 3 red, and let's get this one, yeah. So 830k turn 1. He had 9k left. Without using Gooker or Snoop. That's pretty crazy. Alright, let's do one more. And I'll just swap Gooker in for Lana real quick, just because it's so fast and it's fun. Oops, that's not what I'm doing. This would be obviously excellent for farming. Move damage. So Gooker will buff that to 110k, 92k, and 60k. Heavy move damage. And we'll certainly take all of Warrior's hit points now. So I know some of his move charges are higher, but his damage is really high too. I actually think if you're going to make a really high move damage card like this, having the charges a little bit higher is the way to go. I think he's a top tier powerhouse, certainly. The gear definitely would help, because this moveset would be perk proof in feud. But even without it, you're talking 9 MP for this move. So you have the dual trainers, that's 6, your turn is 7. 3 MP for feud is 10. -2 perk would bring you down to 8. So you'd be turn 2 regardless of a match if they had 2 MP down. If they didn't, you're still turn 1, even without the gear. So it's a pretty great moveset. Very strong. Very, very strong. I mean, that just takes off so much damage. It doesn't even bother me really that I don't have Jimmy, because I'd rather have the red MP and start, I think. So, well, I do have Jimmy, I just don't have him at 9k. Anyway, flawless victory over 839k on turn 1 with the tag. Godfather, a lot of fun. Definitely a top tier powerhouse. A little bit different, but with 5-star silvers having so much hit points, I don't think it'll hurt him as much as you might think. So, although this moveset, one thing to keep in mind is there is no recycle on it. So as we're talking about 5-star silver, um, you have to keep that in mind. So even though I'm doing almost 900,000 on turn one, and with takedown medals in this moveset, I would use takedown and red damage. You could probably get over like 1.2 million in damage, I would think, maybe ish. Maybe that's too high. I haven't done the math. Over a million anyway, let's say. The finisher probably won't keep, 1.5 to 1.8 million people down. So do keep that in mind at 5-star silver. You might actually be looking at the recycling purple stuff or some combination of this. I don't know. But at least at 5-star bronze, he's a complete wrecking machine against other 5-star bronze cards. Anyway, Godfather's a lot of fun. He'll be available on the debut contest tomorrow in the loot and all of that good stuff. So have a good time this week, guys. I hope you enjoy the preview. Let me know what you think in the comments. A little bit late getting this out. I had a long work day. But thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And good luck out there, guys.